Hello, beautiful people. It is I, Mrs. S, coming to you live from my house. I am going to read through our Kingdom Animalia sheet here to help you study. So to start off, we have Kingdom Animalia. Everything to follow is under Kingdom Animalia. Our first phylum is Porifera. That's Porifera. It means pore bearer. Its class is varied. The examples of Porifera are sponges, such as the glass sponge, which is made of calcium carbonate. Our second phylum is Cnidaria, spelled Cnidaria. That means stinging needle. It has three classes that we need to remember. Hydrozoa, spelled Hydrozoa. The example of a hydrozoa is a hydra, spelled Hydra. The next class that we need to remember of Cnidaria is Scyphozoa, spelled Scyphozoa. The best example of a Scyphozoa is a jellyfish. The next class is Anthozoa, spelled Anthozoa. And the best example of an anthozoa is an anemone, spelled Anemones. Our next phylum is Platyhelminthes, spelled Plathyhelminthes. It means flatworms. It has three classes. The first class is Turbellaria, Turbellaria, and the best example of that are free-living planaria, spelled Planaria. The next class in Platyhelminthes is Cestodia, spelled Cestodea, and the best example of that is tapeworms. The next class in Platyhelminthes is Trematoda, spelled Trematoda. The example of that is flukes. The next phylum in Kingdom Animalia is Nematoda, Nematoda. The meaning of that is roundworms. The class is varied. The best examples of nematodes are Ascaris, Ascaris, hookworms, and whipworms. The next phylum is Annelida, spelled Annelida. The meaning of that is segmented worms. The class is, this is gonna suck, sorry, Oligochaeta, spelled Oligochaeta, and those are earthworms. That's the best example of those. The next class is Polychaeta or Polychaeta, Polychaeta, and the best example of those are marine worms. The next class in Annelida is Hirudinea, spelled Hirudinea, and the best examples of those are leeches. The next phylum is Mollusca, Mollusca. It means covering, and the classes of mollusca are Bivalvia, Bivalvia, and the best example of that is clams. The next class in mollusca is Gastropoda, Gastropoda, and the best examples of gastropoda is snails, slugs, and whelks. The next class in mollusca is Cephalopoda, spelled Cephalopoda, and the best examples of cephalopoda is octopus, squid, and nautilus. Nautilus is spelled Nautilus. The next phylum is Echinodermata, spelled Echinodermata. I-N-O-D-E-R-M-A-T-A, and that means spiny skin. The two classes we'll need to remember in Echinodermata are Asteroidea, A-S-T-E-R-O-I-D-E-A, and the best examples of that are starfish. The next class in Echinodermata is he might have said Echinoidea or Echinoidea. It's spelled E-C-H-I-N-O-I-D-A, sorry. Echinoidea? Anyway, you get the idea. The best examples of that are urchins and sand dollars. The next phylum is Arthropoda, spelled A-R-T-H-R-O-P-O-D-A. The meaning is jointed foot. The classes of that are Insecta, I-N-S-E-C-T-A. Examples are insects. The next class is Arachnida, spelled A-R-A-C-H-N-I-D-A, and the examples of that are spiders and scorpions. The next class is Crustacea, C-R-U-S-T-A-C-E-A, and the examples of that are crabs, lobsters, and shrimp. And our last phylum in the kingdom of Animalia is Chordata, spelled C-H-O-R-D-A-T-A, and the meaning is vertebrates, V-E-R-T-E-B-R-A-T-E-S. And the classes of that are aves, A-V-E-S, and the examples of that are birds. The next class is Chondrichthyes, C-H-O-N-D-R-I-C-H-T-H-Y-E-S. And the best examples of those are cartilaginous fishes like sharks and rays. The next class is Osteichthyes, and that is spelled E-I-C-H-T-H-Y-E-S. And the best examples of that are bony fishes, such as tuna, salmon, and rockfish. The next class is Reptilia, R-E-P-T-I-L-I-A. And the examples of that are reptiles, crocodiles, snakes, lizards. The next class is Amphibia, A-M-P-H-I-B-I-A. And the examples of that are amphibians like frogs and salamanders. And our last class, woohoo, is Mammalia, M-A-M-M-A-L-I-A. And the examples of that are mammals such as bears, dogs, and humans. That is the chart, folks, and hopefully I didn't mess it up too badly, and that's actually helpful for you to study with. Enjoy!